Hey, what's up, everyone? So, I wanted to take the time and explain what the French Revolution prep speech is about and just go over the details of the speech that's due next Friday. It is considered a assessment or project grade, and I just want to make sure everyone understands what's expected for the assignment. So, if you look on the French Revolution speech guide, I've already mapped out the steps and included the graphic organizer that you need to fill out that's due. Um, in this document, you also notice there are sources already given to you. Again, not saying that you have to use these sources, but I've already given you enough sources that you can choose from. So I'm going to explain the directions. All you need to do is pretty much persuade somebody who is not on either side why they should support the French Revolution, right? So your speech should be in support or against the question of should we as citizens support the French Revolution? Okay. So just imagine somebody walking up to you saying, hey, we're tired of King Louis the 14th. We're tired of being treated any kind of way. We want you to join our revolution. We want you to join our cause. And this is the reason why we want you to join our cause. So your speech pretty much should explain in a passionate way why you feel like you need to overthrow the government and the King of France. And so in those steps, um, A says, what is the current state of the French Empire? So based on what we're learning this week, you need to explain in your first opening sentence, like, why is a revolution necessary? What is the current state of the French Empire? Also, for B, state and be very clear on what side you're on, right? Are you on the side of the monarch, King Louis the 14th at the time, or are you on the side of the third estate, right, which are the peasants, those who are at the bottom? For C, you need to explain what are some of the benefits to joining your side. So explain like why someone should join your side. How are they benefiting from this cause, right? Would they get more equal rights? Would they get a better government out of this? A new constitution? Like, what is it? For C, what are some of the benefits to joining your side, as I already explained? And then D says three quotes. So where those three quotes are coming from, they can come from the sources that I gave you in the document here. They could come from any source online, as long as it's not Wikipedia, as we know. It needs to be a credible source from that time period. So at that time, so you can't choose something that's recent and say, here's a famous quote from a revolutionary, right? The last part of this is you need to make sure that the entire graphic organizer is filled out. If you do not want to use this, let's just say there's not enough space. This is just a guide. You can also just type out the entire thing in a separate Google Docs and just share it with me. Like, you do not have to type it in these boxes. So you can use a regular Google Doc, type out what you need, but just make sure you use this guide as a help. All right. There's a lot of very useful sources to pull from. One of my favorite ones is the Declaration of the Rights of Man, which is inspired by our Declaration of Independence here in the US. But there are also a lot of good quotes from people at that time, um, and arguments from people at that time on why a revolution is necessary, right? As usual, please let me know if you have any questions or concerns about this assignment, or just need help.